Today we've got personal jurisdiction. Let's get it. Personal jurisdiction is unique to each party, so the court has to have the proper authority. Traditional basis for PJ are chill, service of process, consent, or domicile. If that does not work, cue the long-arm statute. This grants jurisdiction if the Constitution allows it. Due process ensures that the parties are protected. To pass this, establish minimum contacts and fairness. Minimum contacts amount from purposeful availment. What the fuck is that? Is substantial contact with the forum state. Then you need to talk about whether it was foreseeable for the defendant to anticipate to get their ass sued there. Finally, the conduct at issue must be related. Back to the basis for filing the claim. You can work this out with specific or general jurisdiction. Either will suffice, so best discuss both of them. Finally, fairness ensures substantial justice. If fair play notions are offended, the court might axe it. The bold provision puts the B in PB and J. Crunchy or creamy, it doesn't matter either way. It extends the court's reach 100 miles in each direction, so plaintiff has a better chance of bringing an out-of-state defendant. In rem and quasi-in rem could come up. In rem sues a thing but limits damages a lot. Quasi-in rem is a last resort option if you cannot get a defendant's asset in any other fashion. Make sure you've got PJ before you go to venue. With that, while you're screwed because the claim cannot continue. We've got venue, removal, and remand. If the forum has subject matter and personal jurisdiction, then venue is probably proper, so we'll consider that a win. 1 year from the date of the case commencing, the defendant can say, hey, I don't think I like this venue. If that's the case, the defendant can ask to remove, and automatically the case moves from venue 1 to venue 2. The removal from state to federal or federal to state might have the plaintiff upset, or they could be quite irate. So if the plaintiff wants, they can ask for remand, and the court with the case will handle the plan. If removal is proper, remand is denied, and the case stays with those federal guys. But if removal is improper, remand is granted, and the case goes back to state court where it started. Now we have the Erie Doctrine. None of us like it, but we have to know it to pass the bar. So here we go. Erie on the wall, what type of law should we recall? Well, the rules are different in every jurisdiction. So let's recite them so we do not miss them. Federal question jurisdiction is first and simple. Substantive and procedural will follow federal for both. Diversity jurisdiction is more complex. If state law would change the outcome, then it's substantive. Statute of limitations is substantive, not procedural. That does not make sense, but who cares, because that's the rule. If state law won't change the outcome, then apply federal, because that shit, well, it's procedural. So make sure you've got PJ before you file your pleadings if you don't get a new lawyer, because this claim is not succeeding. Yes, now we are on to pleadings.